Hello, stamping friends. Michelle Zindorf here, and I have a sci-fi card for you today. Now, I just had some fun mixing some stamp sets up, and I came up with this creation. And I just really wanted to use this little Martian guy. And he is in the Flying By stamp set from Stampin' Up. So cute. And there's so many different little flying things that you can use in this set with some really fun sentiments. Like you could have just one of these paper airplanes flying by with one of these sentiments behind it. Just super cute. So we're going to be using this guy, and we're going to team it up with another wonderful stamp set. Now, I've used this stamp set a few times since it's been out. It's Under the Moon. And so we're going to be using that for our dolphin and our moon and our water. So this scene is just cute even without the Martian, but with the Martian, it's just darling. So I'm going to show you how to put that together. And then inside, I found the perfect sentiment for it in another stamp set. And inside it says, "Up, up and away, hooray, it's your birthday." And I found that in the hot air balloon stamp set. You may already have this. This is very popular. So, and it has another one that you could use, just a note to lift you up. So, you know, you can always grab sentiments from other stamp sets. You don't have to use the one that's in the stamp set that you're featuring. So we're going to get going on this card, and now I have all the dimensions for this card down below this video. Just click show more and you'll see them all there, along with the links that'll take you directly to my online store where you can shop with me 24/7. Now, I do have a few things that you can get free when you shop with me, and you can get 4 exclusive tutorials every month when you place your order. So think of that. So you'll have 4 extra videos that nobody else will get for a few months. I mean, they're exclusive for you for like 6 months. So let's get going. First, we're going to do our little Martian, and he's so easy. We have him here on this stamp. And I'm going to use Memento Tuxedo Black to stamp him. And I just have a piece of scrap basic white here. We're just going to stamp him out real quick. And he's really easy to color. I'm going to use Stampin' Blends to color him. Now I have the Smoky Slate Stampin' Blends, and I have the Lemon Lolly. This is a dark lemon lolly. I'm going to use that around the Martian just so he glows. Got a little light going on there in his little capsule. So I use that dark lemon lolly for that. Then we're going to use the light Smoky Slate. And I'm going to use the light Smoky Slate here in the middle of his little spaceship. Just color that in. Super easy coloring going on here. And then the dark Smoky Slate will go on these strips here on his spaceship. No need to fret if you go a little outside the line, because we're going to cut this little guy out. So with the magic of video, I've got him cut out here already for us. So I'm going to set him aside for now. And then I have a few other things that I wanted to get going for the front of our card. And I've punched 6 lemon lolly dots here. And these are 1/2 inch dots. So there's 6 of them. And then I have 6 1/4 inch dots here. And those are out of basic gray cardstock. Not basic. Those are out of Smoky Slate cardstock. So we're going to set those all aside so we have all of our embellishments all ready. So now we're just ready to do our scene. Now, you may think this scene is going to be hard, but really it's not. We got all these great stamps from the Under the Moon stamp set to use. And we're going to use Lost Lagoon first here. I'm going to stamp this a couple times at the bottom of our cardstock. I'm just going to ink this up, and I'm going to go up, well, let's say 1 1/4 inches. This is a guesstimate. Just give it a good stamping. And then you have this area here that's white. So we're going to stamp it again, covering that. And this cardstock, I forgot to tell you, is 3 by 4 7/8. So that's the size of our basic white panel here. And so we've stamped that twice at the bottom to cover with our water. Isn't that stamp great? It just instantly gives you a nice water look. All right, so now we're going to go to Lemon Lolly ink. We're going to put that great light beam coming down from our little spaceship here. So I'm just going to take a blending brush. And you want to put this in first before you put your sky in. Otherwise, your yellow will get really washed out and kind of green looking. So I just start here kind of in the middle, and I'm just bringing it down. And then I'm just going to start making like a long triangle. And I'm going down into the water a little bit, like it's lighting that water up. And you want to try to stay within your little spaceship bottom here. You don't want it any wider than the spaceship is. So think about that as you're putting it in. Now I like to have some good color down here. Cute, right? Simple. Okay, so now we're ready for our sky. I'm going to grab another blending brush here, and I'm going to put Balmy Blue in. There's our Balmy Blue. And I'm going to go around that sunbeam. So I'm just going to take my brush, kind of rub it downwards, and just barely go into that light beam there. Because yellow and blue make green. So when it covers up part of that yellow, you're going to see a little green there. Now I do want it to look like it's connected, like it's creating that color by the two mixing just by the light. So I'm going to turn this around and I'm going to go the other side. Same process. Just running it down the side of that. You can go into the water a little bit. It's not a big deal. And then we'll just finish off up here at the top. Okay, so we have that. So now we're going to get a little darker, and I'm going to bring in this Lost Lagoon again. Grab a blending brush. And I'm going to go down the sides of this and just leave a little bit of that blue showing in between the yellow and this Lost Lagoon. Again, we're trying to make it look lighter as it goes out, as it's inside, it's going outward. And so that's why we want some darkness over here. And that makes the inside even lighter looking. See how we have that lighter blue going around the yellow. Okay, well, we're almost done with our little scene here. Now it looks like my little light source here is more over to the right. It's not exactly in the middle. So I think and on this one I put the moon on the right side, but I think I'm going to put it on the left side because I have a little more room over here. You do it however you want to, whatever you feel. So I'm just going to look at this great moon we have. So I'm going to take our Lost Lagoon and ink this moon up really well here. And then I'm going to give it a stamp over here on the left side. Almost going up to the sun, that light beam. I keep on wanting to call it sunbeam. It's a light beam. Okay, so there's our moon. Fun stamp, right? So we are just moving right along here. All right, so now I'm going to add my little dolphin. In this Under the Moon stamp set, you have two dolphins here or one dolphin. I'm using the one dolphin, and I'm going to use Memento Tuxedo Black. And I want him nice and dark. I'm going to load him up here really good. Then I'm going to add him in my light beam. He's going to go up, up, and away there. Okay, we got him in there. Guess what? We just need to add our little spaceship here. And I like to add them so that part of it is going like just barely going over that moon a bit. That's going to add some depth to our scene. So I'm just going to pop him up here. Let's see if we can get a few of these on without them showing. Give a look on the front. Yep, I got 3 on the back of that little spaceship. You can also cut these down a little bit or use the mini glue dots. I mean the mini Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, we're going to add our little spaceship over here. Voila, there is our scene. I think it turned out cute. This is great for a great scene. I think for, like, you know, those preteen boys, they are so hard to figure out something for in a card. So this might be fun for them or anybody that likes sci-fi. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this main panel here on a basic gray panel. And this basic gray panel is 3.5 by 5. I'm going to use multi-purpose liquid glue here. But you can use any adhesive you like. Now we're just going to kind of center this up. Pay attention to how much room we have on each side of the card. You want to try to get it as even as possible. Okay. So there's that. Now I have my main card base here, and this is basic gray, and it's 5.5 by 8.5, and I folded it in half to create my quarter card. And I'm just going to use a bone folder here. Just get a good crease in my card base. And then I have a Smoky Slate panel. This is 4 by 5 and a quarter. And this is going to go on the front. This is a simple layout. Just going to put it on here and kind of center it up. Then our little main panels here. It's kind of nice when you have simple card design. I don't get too crazy because I really want people to see my scenes and not be looking at all the frou-frou on the front, you know what I mean? So I have that done. Now these little circles come into play. So I'm just going to line them up here. I have 6 of these Lemon Lolly 1/2-inch ones. I'm going to add a dot of glue in the center of each one. One of those little Smoky Slate dots to each Lemon Lolly one. I'm going to try to get them in the middle as best I can. They kind of remind me of, do you remember those, when you put papers in your binders and you put those little white rings around the holes? I don't know why, it gives me that impression. Boy, that was back in the day. showing my age here. Okay. That. One more. Okay, so now we're going to put them on the front of our card. Now you can put these like any which way, but I decided that I was just going to put 3 on each side of my card. And I'm just going to take them and kind of watch those little gray dots want to move around on you. Just want to put one here. See if I can't get these even with the other side. Give it a good look to kind of make sure you have them kind of even. Because when you have the glue wet, it's a good time to move things around. There we go. I think that looks good. Then we'll add 2 more. Did I lose one? Oh, there it is. Things tend to get away from you on your desk. Okay, get this a lift up. That stuck to my finger. I think that's good. And you'll just keep doing this till you get them all on there. I got carried away on the glue on this little one. Okay, one more. If they're not exactly straight, nobody's going to be getting a ruler out on you, right? Took me a long time to figure that out, that you just go with it. It's a handmade card. Doesn't have to be perfect. If it was perfect, it'd been a Hallmark, right? So we like handcrafted things. So look, there is our scene all done, and we got our cute little sci-fi card going. Now we just need to do the inside of our card. I like to stamp mine. If I know what I'm going to put in it, then I go ahead and stamp it. I'm going to stamp it using Memento Tuxedo Black. I like to stamp before I stick it, because you know what? Once it's down, right? So I'm just going to stamp it, and that way if I have it crooked, it's not a biggie. I can turn it over and I got another shot at it. I think that looks pretty good. Hey, didn't have to turn it over. All right, so I'm going to put this on a piece. Oh, look at that. Looks like I got turned it over anyway. You know, it happens to the best of us. You're going to end up with a big old blob of ink on your hand and get it on your cardstock. All right, we're going to do that again. Let's not sweat the small stuff. We're just going to repeat. Here we go. There it is. Let's see if I can not get ink all over the cardstock again. We're going to flip this one over because we got a little ink on it too. And this is Smoky Slate, and it's 4x5 1/4. It's the same size as the Smoky Slate one we put on the front, so you can cut 2 of those at the same time. Let's add this in. Let's add some love in there. Okay, center that up. Add our glue on this one. A little love in there. Double love. And then we're going to add this to the inside. Just center it up. Look how nice that looks with that double panel there. That also weights our card correctly, so we don't have a flimsy back to our card, and we got a nice substantial card front and back. So there you have it. There's our project for today. I hope you enjoyed this project. It was a lot of fun to make. Just think about this little spaceship, all the things that he could be beaming up. cupcakes, cookies, different critters like a cow or a person, or, you know, just a million different things that he could be beaming up. Craft supplies. Who knows, you know? Get creative with it. Thanks for joining me. Take care. Toodles.